What's going on? Who's that?
At the stage. Let's do it this way. Now let me going up the comments. Yeah. Can everybody see us all right? Hear us all right?
Hello.
Is that Mount Dune Ed Raceway? Dune, yeah. Okay. RW53. Hello, Chris. The Fingers, my brother. John Tucci. I'm guessing everybody can hear us. I was trying to do that right and it didn't. I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyway, I got Shane Hughes with us here tonight. If everyone wants to say hello.
Hello.
Perfect. I adjusted my mic too, so hopefully I sound better.
I got a chair with wheels, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah. If you guys will pay attention to the center of his painting there. It looks a little dirty on his part.
What do you mean?
Oh,
it's a crocodile.
But right next to that crocodile looks like a gigantic something. Look, he's got his hands on both sides of it like he's holding it.
What are you talking about?
Your large penile erection right there.
That
right here.
It's a crocodile.
Oh well, okay. We'll just say I'll call it a crocodile.
What could you be talking about?
Hey, Jeff G, how you doing? It's anybody who smokes, you can smoke them if you got them.
Oh, this thing. I see what you. Oh,
yeah. Big gigantic.
I'll sit over here then.
We'll just. That just makes it look bigger. Oh, that's what he wanted. We're already starting off on a dirty note, right?
Okay.
So if anybody can see over here in my little screen here, it says this is Pat went through a procedure today, and
a procedure.
A procedure. We think he got too crazy with the chainsaw, right, Shane? Is that what it was?
Yep, he slipped and had an accident. Now they're trying to sew it back on.
They're going to sew it back on. So we figure that's what it's all about. But he won't tell anybody, you know. Let's see here. Clearwater, how you doing? Try to catch up with everybody in the chat here real quick. Don't want to leave anybody behind. Keep it slotted. Hello. Yeah, I had a couple of topics I was going to bring up tonight, but I figured I'll wait a little bit longer for everybody to kind of mosey in here. I did try to show it. That sucks for Pat. I guess it does. So you probably ain't going to see his chainsaw for a while, people. But I have a solution for that. I came up with one. So, yeah, it's right here. So if you bring this out.
That looks nasty. Has that got a chainsaw feature?
That's got a chainsaw feature. Check it out.
Wow.
It's chainsaw, baby. This is all for Pat.
Fire it up. I got to hear this. Does it have a sound effect?
Can you hear it?
Kinda.
It's kind of low. I can also fire guns with mine, Pat. Can you hear it?
No.
No, it's not Mad Max stuff.
Couldn't hear anything. It was sort of like you forgot to charge the battery.
You can hear it. Can you hear it now?
Oh, yeah, that's impressive.
And then it goes, that's just a chainsaw idling.
Does the chainsaw bit spin around? Does it just make
a sound?
Unfortunately,
it does not.
Yeah.
It's from the game Gears of War, which Shane knows very well. This is a replica from it.
Gears of War.
And chainsaws are part of the game. You know, you chainsaw people in half in the game, and it's pretty fun. But I had to have a chainsaw since, Pat was not here to do it.
Great end of the workday game to wind
That's
down.
right. Great end of the workday game. Let me put this back up here before I break it.
Yeah, be careful. That's
those are not feet, people. I've got two good ones and then one cheapo. I should have brought that one down, but it doesn't make any noise. Hey, Sockar Hub. How we doing tonight? Or I'm sorry. Good morning. Right. us other guys on the other side of the planet, So if Pat's gonna be able to watch us during the live, or he can watch it afterwards, he'll know I at least picked up for him on the chainsaw thing, even though
Well,
he hadn't fixed it.
We were hoping he'd do a live from his location.
No, we were.
It would have made
I thought we were
compelling
gonna
viewing.
camera angles, yeah. So, yeah. But he said he probably wouldn't be in on that live. Well, we didn't need him to be there. Well, we needed him to be there, but we didn't need him to comment. We just needed the camera angles.
Well, not me, but just the overall scene would have done.
The overall scene of the whole situation. Coffee time. You at work? Coffee time, huh? Has anybody seen that new video? I think I got enough people in here to start. 18's pretty good. You guys seen the new video on the hybrid Carrera system? Because that's what I was going to talk about that a little bit tonight. I tried to do a little research on it, but I have questions and concerns which I don't know the answers to. So I thought I'd bring it to everybody here and see what their questions and concerns are, and we'll go from there. But from what I've seen, this is the hybrid where you don't have that was a nice pop.
Oh, what was that? Something came out. Oh, that's
was
Pat. That's Pat at the end of his procedure.
I thought it was a leopard losing the end of his. Never mind. I listened to too much Sam Kinison back in the day.
Wake up.
Wake up. Ow. Oh, Jesus Gravity. So, fingers.
So, hybrid, your thoughts, Wildman? What's going on?
So,
with
my
this
thoughts on
hybrid?
it. Well, from what I've seen from the video, this is a slotless car that you control with your phone. What's Shane working on there? Well, you got a question, Shane.
A crocodile farm.
Now you got your answer.
There you go.
Hey, Gary.
Does it look like it?
Well,
Wildman doesn't seem to think so.
my camera's not. Yeah, it looks more something else. I'm not going to get into that yet. We'll go back to it. Maybe I'm just in the wrong frame of mind. Maybe that's what it is. Let's see here if I can bring this up in full screen. Show the chat. There we go. I don't know if that hides it or shows it.
All right.
I don't see the chat. In full screen. Wait.
Cool. So, hybrid.
So it's a slotless car track, and I've had the pleasure of playing with an old system. Shane, you called it earlier. What was the name of that thing?
Was it an Anki?
Kia, or bought one for my boy for Christmas a few years back. So, anyway, it was a track you set up. You put the car on the track. You used your phone, but it would run around the track the first time on its own, so it knew the track layout, and then you could race from there. And it had different, you had a racing, you had speeds, you turned your phone and this and that for turns. Had a button because all the cars had different names. Like one was like an electric shock car. Or, anyway, you could disable the car that was in front of if you shot them if you're right behind them or something. You'd slow them down or shut them down for just a few minutes. But I don't know that that's what Carrera's doing. But that was what the Anki system was. But what I've seen from the videos that are out there now, you can drive the cars off the track. So you can take them off the track, or if you're in the track, you can even drive off the track and come back in if you swing too wide on a turn. And then my question is do you lose some kind of point system? Is there a point system with that tells you, because you pulled out of the track, everybody else stayed in bounds? These are questions that I'd like to know. It doesn't come with any controllers. Their old system did. It came with the 2.7, something like that, controllers. And it was like $349 starting price.
US.
So, US price. And that was through the Carrera, which is no longer available. So you can't even. I looked it up, and it took me to the Carrera site here in the United States. And of course, it says this is no longer available. but it did give me the price and everything else. So I was like, okay,
Right.
that's kind of a high point for something like that. And then you know, is that something people want to spend, or are they? And here's how I said something to Shane about this. Are they cutting off their own nuts for this new system with slot cars? You know, and I'd like your guys' opinions on that. Because it's basically almost like we're taking it and going, it's an RC car, but we're going to throw a track in there just for good measure, so you guys feel like it's still the same thing. When we already know there are other systems out there like that.
What do people really think about that at face value?
At face value, or have you even seen it yet?
Has anyone had to go on one? Is it actually good?
Yeah, that'd be nice to know. Shotgun, I've seen you in here, by the way. How's it going, buddy? I tried to invite you in. It keeps giving me an error, so I can't get you on here. Yeah, he's saying everybody's saying hi to everybody.
That's cool.
The finger says, yeah, just another RC setup in his opinion. I kind of feel the same way. Because I mean, you got this flat track that sticks. It looks like it sticks together pretty good from what it's probably magnetized.
Yeah.
And then it's usually like the Anki system. It had something in the track that would show the perimeters of the track. So agreed with keep it. I didn't see that one. I didn't see that comment. Here's a toy company, just another SKU, not effect on slots. You don't think so? I just wondered because they seem to be promoting this one a little more. From what I've seen in videos, I've seen several on YouTube. I think Travis had one on there talking about it, and then I think I saw one of us. See, I didn't write down my notes well enough. Somebody had actually gotten on one at one of the conventions or something. So. But I've watched several videos on it, and I'm like, is this what they're trying to go to and get away from slot cars? I just wanted people's opinions tonight. It was kind of the main topic of the discussion for tonight.
I don't know if they're trying to get away from slot cars, just sort of expand the product line, but you never know, hey?
Right. But then I saw Doug and Ian's thing today, and that's when they were sitting out in the pasture, for anybody who doesn't know which one I'm talking about, because they had two of them.
I saw the one with no audio, so I've got to watch it again. They uploaded it again.
So yeah, I got audio off the one I saw. And the horse walked off pretty quick, so if he had no audio, you kind of get an idea that they weren't saying too much.
That was a bad sign. The horse was like, what?
I even told him that. I said, I want to know what the horse's opinion is, but he kind of already walked off before you guys ever finished. Let me get caught up with the chat. Why is it not rotating on its own? Yeah, Shotgun says hi, Shane.
G'day.
Says he wouldn't invest in it.
I need a bigger rock. Hang on.
Keep it slotted. Agreed. Not interested. I mean, is this the way they want to go for bringing kids into the hobby? Because, yeah, the Z machines, exactly. I mean, I was trying to remember that earlier today, what it was called, the Z machines. Because I know at our Hobby USA here in Evansville.
That one's too pretty.
See, I already lost my co-host here. But they have a track inside there. It actually looks pretty cool. But, is it something along the same RC products as the one who has the most money and can upgrade their cars wins? That's what I want to know on that part. But is this something that's similar to that? I just wanted to bring it up because it seemed like a decent topic. Yeah, I want you to cut your thumbs off and give them to me. Dad, we'll start with yours. Well, everybody's always trying to make money, right?
But, the comments, they're not too interested in by the looks.
No, from what I can see, everybody kind of agrees with me and you. It wouldn't be something I'd be interested in. Even for a kid.
Yeah, not at that price. They should have had a real cheap entry. Real cheap entry.
New prices. I know that's what their price was on that, but now you're using your own phone. So is it cheaper? I don't know. I haven't seen the price point on that yet.
Hey, that's
Or
a
if anybody
point.
has comments there, I would like to know.
If you don't have the phone, you got to buy a phone to use it.
Right. Now you're promoting
Like
the
there are
kids.
still people who don't have phones in this day and age.
We should have never gone to them in the first freaking place, but that's just beside the point. You know how many people can't live without their phone driving down the road or anything else? Yeah, it seems expensive.
That looks good right there.
And I agree, Tad. The RC community is getting pretty big, but yeah, you know, it's a little different than any other hobby. You got to put a lot of money into it. But you're putting it into a car. My son got into RCs for a little bit, and he was constantly had to replace broken pieces on it. Even with he's buying aluminum pieces, he's buying whatever, trying to get away from all the plastic they sell you in the box. And I watched quite a few, and they had that one that's got the fastest record or something like that. That was badass. I mean, RC car that got out. I mean, you can barely see it flash down the road. Yeah, the Traxxas Stampedes. Yeah, I don't remember what his was. It was a truck. I just don't remember. It may have been a Traxxas. I'm not sure. His was gas powered. Yeah, let's watch. See, I really got everybody here so we can watch Shane paint.
Like that?
I like his. I like his light there.
Hold the sign, Crocodile.
You may be right, Scott. Kids won't play with anything that ain't on a phone. It just freaking kills me.
Maybe that's why they went that way then.
Maybe tried to bring the kids back around, and then they can see other products they have.
Yeah, here's something that requires their phone. Let's get them to do that. Yeah, might be a bit of that.
But then the question is a lot of us were parents or were parents. You know, well, we're still parents, but you know what I mean. Is that the way we want to push these kids to a screen all the time? I mean,
Not good.
I got one son. He that's all he does.
Really?
Yeah, he won't do anything else. Crazy.
Wow.
He'll hold a job for a little bit, but then when it gets in his way of his gaming, he's done. You know, I'm not gonna go into that too much, but you know, he'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, and my rule was gaming. I'm a gamer myself. I play a little bit. I'm not a serious gamer, but
no, not very serious with your great big gun on the
wall.
No,
all my Gears of War stuff on the walls and all. That's about the only game I ever played.
With the chainsaw fitting.
You know, my brother got me into that game.
Yeah.
And he made me mad doing it. I came over to his house. He played the game. And he goes, "Hey, you want to see the sniper?" Blam! He blew my head off. I had no idea where he was shooting me from. You want to see the torque bow? Yeah.
Is that the brother you beat up with the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, that's when I hit his face with the vacuum cleaner pipe. Broke his nose.
Now, whenever his wife fires up the vacuum cleaner, he's out of there. That was very sexist of me. Why would it be the wife firing up the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, I didn't comment after you said it. You see why.
I was trying to be.
Sprinkle, Shane.
Okay, I'll just keep quiet.
But past the gaming systems, but you know, I think as they get older, they start getting away from it. Some of them get away from it a little bit, but there's still a lot of adults that play. I only played just a few games. I wasn't into everything that came out. You know, I play Call of Duty with my boys every once in a while during the week. We'll have a game one night or something, or every 2 weeks, whatever. Because I'm more into the slot cars, and I got my son. Yeah, I got my son last Saturday. Finally raced with me, and his is the Pink Pig Porsche I bought him for his birthday. That's probably the third time he's ever put it on the track. So we had a good day, and he actually we changed out his tires because I didn't put quick slicks on his ever. So when I put the quick slicks on his car, he's like, "Oh, that makes all the difference in the world, Dad." You know. He's like, because no wonder I couldn't keep up with you because I had quick slicks on mine and he had the regular stock tires.
You meanie.
You know. So I took it off one of my other cars and put them on his. Now I got to order some more quick slicks from the rest of my Porsches. So but I didn't film it, so there's no video coming out of that. We were just having a good time. It was in the moment we were down there, and I was just showing him what I was doing and the ideas I had going forward for this whole Christmas thing. So, I said, hey, you want to run some cars? And so we threw him on the track and we went around a few. And then I stopped and let him practice a little bit. And then he's like, well, it's kind of boring. You're not racing, so I threw a ghost car on for it. He loved that idea. So it kind of worked out. He's supposed to come over this week, but I'm going out of town Sunday to go up to see my mom and my sister. So he may be going with me. But if he comes over Saturday, I do plan to get a race going. It's supposed to rain here, so that'd be perfect timing. I did Gran Turismo for about 15 years. I used to love racing games. Clearwater. Yeah. I did the Need for Speed. I did there's a game called Juice where you could go online and race against other people for pink slips. Got pretty good at that one. And if you lost your pink slip. So basically what it was is you got a copy of their car. So whatever they did to their car, the way it was set up and everything, you got a copy of it. So I lost my copy a couple times, and I was winning for a while, and then all of a sudden somebody finally beat me, and then I started losing more and more. But great game.
Travis is getting into his Gran Turismo 7 at the moment. He's got a whole
Is he really?
Whole rig set up. It looks really good.
I haven't played any racing games in a while. Used to be the way I always liked to play, but pink's all out. It was fun because you had something on the line when you were racing online. It wasn't just, I died 100 times in the game and came back to life. You raced once, you lost your car. I mean, you still keep your car, but they got a copy of it, so now it wasn't that important anymore. Early 2000s on a PlayStation 1. What was your first game, Tad? Was it Resident Evil? Because I'm big on those. I like those games. That was my PlayStation 1. That was the first game I got. Was Resident Evil. And my first wife bought that for me for Christmas our first year. He's laughing because he knows it was. It was Resident Evil. Very nightmarish game. I just liked it because it had all the. See, I'm supposed to be the nice guy, right? I'm Santa Claus, right? Had all the blood and guts and everything else gore and everything else going on in that game. No, you forgot? No, I forgot. Forgot what? You forgot what game it was? No. And the other one was Twisted Metal. I still love that game.
Twisted Metal.
That was a great game.
Doesn't one of the streaming services have a show called
Twisted
Metal?
It's
I
based
haven't
on
seen
that.
it.
Oh, crap. You got to watch it. It's pretty good. It's fun as all get out.
It's actually good.
No drama. Yeah, that was in the late 70s there. No drama. Starting to repeat your age there. I played Pong too.
Pong.
Pong.
Pong. Pong.
Pong. And then they came up with different versions of it, Even when the Atari came out. Yeah. The Atari, 2600 came out, they had different games that had to do with the same thing, so you could still use your paddle controllers for Atari. It was the shit. You're right, the fingers.
The shit.
I mean, we used to play, what was it? Combat. And we always put Ricochet on it so we could just really screw people up. I was not much of a Frogger fan. I always got squashed.
When those Atari 2600s, was that the video game system? With the stick?
Yeah, the early 80s, with the little joystick red button.
With crappy Space Invaders. My mum and I used to sit up till 4 a.m. playing that bloody thing. You go into a trance. It's like, one more. Just one more.
My grandpa actually, he kept flipping that Space Invaders. It was ridiculous. And he was really good at asteroids.
Well, there was a pattern. Once you locked the pattern of attack, you nailed it.
You could lock it down and hold it. It's just a little faster.
Keep going.
Omega Race on the Commodore 64. Wasn't that wait a minute? Wasn't that Ozark? Was it? I'm trying to think of the first game I played on a computer. was something Trail. I forget the name of the game. Oh, what was some kind of special first-person shooter? Was it I'm thinking back. Give me a second. Not Ghost Recon, but you were you had to go through the measures of being silent in certain areas to get past the enemy. And what was the name of that? I used to play the crap out of that game.
Was that
was one of the
Ghost
first. What's that?
Oh, I know it. It was named after that book writer guy.
Yeah,
Clancy, something.
The Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy? No, one of them.
But it was based. Yeah, I think it was based off of his books. Duke Nukem. Everybody remembers Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
You can still play that game. As a matter of fact, I got the Xbox, but I can actually bring that game up if I wanted to play it. You look at the graphics now, and you're going, "What were we thinking?" Back then, Duke Nukem was the head of its game altogether because they had the 3-dimensional look to it every time you went somewhere. Galaga was good.
Oh,
Yard's Revenge was fun. I like Yard's Revenge. Yeah. Now we're talking about old video games. We're not talking about movies this week. GoldenEye, the N64. I don't think I ever had one of those. I think that's when I started going towards Sega. And
Sega, remember that?
Yeah.
Fire it up, Sega.
Sonic the Hedgehog was the game then. I think the last game I played on a Nintendo was Mike Tyson's Knockout. It took me forever to finally get up there and beat him. I mean, everybody in the house played that game. We were trying to beat Mike Tyson.
A game with a predictable ending every time.
Yeah. He's like, do bam. You're like, son of a Donkey Kong. I have a little Pac-Man machine now. It's in my glass case. Where's it at? I'm not gonna try and get to it, but got the little handheld unit with the little controller on it. It looks like a game system. It's got Pac-Man on it. Yeah. Battery operated. The hockey games. Yeah, on a little handheld. Donkey Kong was fun. Q*bert was fun. One of my favorite games that was on an actual game system was Joust. I used to love that game.
Joust, yes.
You remember that? You're on an ostrich. And you're trying to slay everybody. Anyway. Yeah, now everybody's talking about video. Yeah, we're all gamers, I guess. Electric football. See, I never had one of those when I was a kid. I always wanted one.
Oh,
all the kids on the bus had the electric football.
Yeah, Donkey Kong on the little handheld thing. The original handheld device.
Yeah,
remember that?
Handheld? Yeah. No kid. I mean, I did have a one of those first PlayStations that was the full set. What were they called?
One.
I want to say, yeah. I don't remember. It could have been, for all I know. It was the first handheld. It cost a fortune to get it. My mom bought it for me as a gift or something. I was an adult. I played with it a little bit. I bought a couple games for it, but I just really didn't. I wasn't into gaming at that time, and I ended up selling it for next to nothing. My mom got a little mad about that one, but electric football sucked. Clearwater.
Vibrating football. What the hell is that about?
Oh, you're talking about that football. Electric football. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That was, you put the characters on this aluminum tray and it would just vibrate. You didn't do anything. The players would just move around and knock each other over and this, that, and the other. Yeah. But it was a big thing back in the day. I even wanted one of those. That game you didn't do anything. You just let it vibrate and hopefully you got a touchdown. Usually everybody fell over before anybody got anywhere. I remember
top hockey game. Oh, we had what we called test match. You know that game, the British game, and very Aussie as well. and New Zealand. Well, we can go on. Cricket, right?
Oh,
You know, batter up each end of the pitch.
no, I don't know.
Well, they had the whole thing. You had a big felt hexagon thing with a fence around it, and you had all the characters and a little guy that would throw a ball bearing, and then a little bat guy with a spring-loaded bat.
Oh,
and you'd
really?
set that up on the table, and you got little guys with a little catchy thing to catch the ball. You had to position them. Hours of fun for all the family until the next day. Okay, we're never playing that again.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. The cheap version they came out with recently sucks, but the original ones were metal. Those things were badass. Bam! Pop that jaw. Tad, back in Greg's day, they played Pin the Tail on the Dinosaur. He said, now he's trying to say he's kidding. I'm not going to put that up there because he's not.
Yeah, he's not kidding at all.
Yeah, you know he's doing it for his own humor.
He's a truth teller.
But man, we went way off topic, didn't we? That's what this show's about, though. We can talk about anything. I was trying to keep it a little slot car related, and I'm going to try and cut down the time today. So, you guys were lucky. I had to play with paper. That's it. Nothing else. I bet you can make a pretty good airplane, though, Jeff. I'll bet he made some mean airplanes that would fly.
How's that looking, Wildman?
Well, let's just bring you up here. Wouldn't that be the better way to do this? Yeah. Hell yeah. You guys get to see it here first. What do you think, guys? I think it looks damn good.
Got all these little grass things to throw here and there and everywhere. And
you got big bush and small bush.
Yeah, lots of bush to play with here, and then we got some realistic water to do last.
Yeah.
Trees. Where are the trees?
Isn't that the Woodland Scenics water?
It is.
Okay.
Well, yeah. And then we've got DG Raceway's gum trees to go around it.
Yeah.
There's 4 crocodiles actually. Yeah.
Ted, is today your birthday?
What? Whose birthday?
Somebody said it's Tad's birthday. It said happy birthday, Tad.
Happy birthday to you. In time. Happy birthday.
You're back on there now.
Oh, there's a delay. We can't do it.
Happy birthday, dear Tad.
Dad, bloody phone. Happy birthday, dear Tad. Fuck off.
Damn, that went totally a different direction. Happy birthday, buddy. Hey, you finished that car pretty quick then. You finished it right before your birthday. I don't know if anybody else saw that. He got his bug on the track this morning. That thing looks great. Oh, it was. Have you seen it, Shane?
No, not yet.
Yeah, Ted got his buggy up on the track sometime this morning, I guess. I watched it and I was like, I've kind of been following along with the whole thing. He's like, he keeps saying it's top heavy, but I'm like, it's a running car. Yeah. and it looks fantastic. Excellent. I mean, you really put the work into it, so I thought it was really good.
I have to check it out.
Yeah. I don't know how to put a birthday cake on here for you to blow out the candles, Tad. Never mind. We're not going to talk about blowing.
So what was the verdict on the hybrid? Is it a no?
Yeah, I think everybody's saying no.
Or a cautious no, because you've got to try it first before you say no.
Yeah, you never know. You might
just say no.
I'm not saying you have to give up your slot cars or anything, but you might want to just dabble with it a little bit and go, hey, yeah, I could. I'd just get rid of the track and put the remote control car on my slot car track and see if I could drive around it.
Oh, that'd probably be even more fun, wouldn't it?
That'd be a lot more fun.
Maybe that's the real idea.
Look at him. He's going across the freaking track. He's not going in. He's not staying on the track. I'm going to follow him. Put some grass clippings down in there so they throw it up as they go through. I think I take the car apart and clean it for a week. Get ready for the next one. Chris is saying hell no. Tad did say thank you, by the way. So,
hey Wildman, do you want to go solo for a sec? I got to wash my brush out.
Yeah, I'll go solid for a
Be
sec.
back in a sec.
Yeah, sure.
10 seconds.
I get to be solo. Now that we got rid of him. Oh. Whoops, I forgot to muting my bad. Yeah, just put a guide on our RC card. You're right, Ted. Don't they do the same? Don't they do that in the opposite direction too? You take it off, you turn an RC car into a slot car. But no, I just wanted to get everybody's take on it because I've been seeing a lot of videos about it just recently, and I'm like, is this really what they're trying to go to, or I agreed with you on the money scheme thing of end of it, but at the same time, I'm like, why are they promoting it so much more than they are slot cars? And then, like I was telling you, Doug and Ian had that video this morning. They were talking about, cards with magnets versus non-magnets. I don't know if anybody's seen that. I did. And he had a good point. The magnets are great for somebody beginning in the hobby because you have a little more grip on the track, more control. Whereas if you take the magnet out, it's a whole different ball game to driving. Now I can do both, but I'm better with magnets, obviously, because you can control the car better. But here recently, I have ran a few cars on my track that you guys have seen with no magnets. So, I guess it's all on preference. I mean, I prefer magnets only because I got that 330 turn. But I was showing Shane the other night with some of the non-magnet cars. I was like, this is my problem is I'd have to put magnets in all my cars. And I started running them around and didn't realize that I could actually, they kept falling off for me. But when I went to show Shane, I got it to go around the track just fine. So I was hitting I was actually gunning it a little more. So, that kind of diffused that whole idea of keeping just magnets and be able to stick behind it because I can run non-magnet cars on that 330 bank. But I think they made a good point. Kids coming in or new generations of people getting into the hobby or coming back for nostalgia or whatever, because they were basically asking if slot cars were back. Well, that's a good place to start is with the magnets. And we have a tendency, a lot of us don't run magnets now. So, that could be a little confusing. They're like, oh, we got to run it with no magnets. We got to take them out as soon as we get the car. Maybe a little confusing because most of us we're all at different levels on how we are in the hobby anyway. Got magnet, no magnet, analog versus digital. Now, personally, I like the digital. Yeah, exactly. Exactly the fingers. So yeah, magnets make it so she can have fun as well. And me and Cameron were racing. We had magnets. I mean, they were in the
magnets for her pleasure.
You should have been here. That was the wrong comment. I gotta bring you back up. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, what they were saying is, slot cars back. I don't think it really ever left, but I do think it is getting bigger at the moment. I think there's a lot of people that are finally getting into the hobby again for the same reasons we all probably did, nostalgia or whatever it is. But how do we want to promote that hobby going forward? Because these people are going to be looking for guidance as well. As new people get in, they're going to watch these channels, trying to figure out. I mean, that's how I started. I got the track, and then I wanted to figure out how to do a design. So I started watching some channels, and then you started watching more channels and more channels. Next thing you know, you're stuck up in the community, and now you're like me now, or I don't get anything done. Oh. I'm too busy watching all of you. No, but
you should be working while you're talking.
Well, I should be. My problem is I need to move the laptop to that room.
Oh, the laptop.
Instead of being in the office all the time. Well, hello, Dojo. Electromagnet with an on and off switch. Now, there's an idea. You might be right onto something there, Tad. But I saw at the races at the at Electric Dreams, there was a guy that was taking a magnet and it looked like he was recharging his magnet. Is that something you can do? I was going to ask. I meant to ask about that one.
That's a new one. Never heard of recharging.
Yeah, I was watching one of the races and it was in between. They stopped it for something. And there was a guy in the middle of the track and he picked up the car. I guess he was the guy who could maintenance while it was on the track because the drivers were not allowed to move, I guess. But he had something. He was putting it right there where the magnet was or non-magnet. I don't know. on the motor, magnetizing it maybe. And then in that case, is it Shane? Show us the croc. Everybody wants to see the croc, Shane. I'm trying to get there. Is that it? There we go.
Shut your mouth, you. Wait. Watch your manners.
He obviously has something to say, Shane.
G'day, Wildwood. Ventriloquism is not my thing. Hang on.
I used to do that stuff.
Hello, Eric.
Let me make your camera picture smaller so you can just show the alligator. It's a bloody croc.
This is the little one. This is a little cheeky baby. There's 3 others. There's a great big one.
Clearwater, big fella, way bigger than his alligators. Well, it's a crocodile.
Yeah, tell him to come over to North Queensland. This is a baby.
I think us Americans need to bring some alligators over and drop them off with you guys.
Well, yeah, we'd have something to pack then.
We could have a show going. Instead of having those cockfights, we could have alligator versus crocodile fights and see who wins. There could be some money in that. Oh, I hear the police coming now.
None for you.
Animals. Crocodile, Dad. I love the movie Crocodile Dundee. That's funny. I just watched something on that the other day. As a matter of fact, they were showing all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and he was originally one of the people that did promoted the hotels and stuff in Australia, and he's the one that actually came up with shrimps on a Barbie the first time. He's the first one to say it. There
was a government tourism campaign.
Yeah, and then they got him for the movie, and then he ended up marrying that girl. Matter of fact, I think they just separated, but they're still good friends or something, is what I understand.
That must have been an interesting film set, not during that first film.
Well, did you see her in the first film set? She's pretty sexy. I thought that gator was going to get her when he grabbed that freaking water canteen off her neck, though. But yeah, he acts like he can tell time by the sun. He talks to, what was that guy's name? What was his sidekick's name? What time is it? Mick. Was it Mick? No, Mick was his name.
What was the other guy?
What was the other guy? It was
no one remembers second place, right?
No, everybody. You're just the nonchalant guy over on the side with supposed to be the comedic humor or comedic. I can't even say the word comic humor in the
comic relief.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying to say. Wally. G'day, Wally.
Wally and Mick. G'day, Wally. G'day, Mick.
And Wally was the one that would always stretch the story just a little further.
Yeah.
And every time he talked, he was like, yeah. 2 weeks ago, we were in the flood. Hey, I've been down in that Florida area. I've been down there when I've trucked. I've seen quite a few of those things. I've seen them on the side of the highway and floating in the water. And I'm like, yeah. There was this one I pulled in. It was a little pull off for a truck stop. You could pull off, and I was like, I ain't pulling off in there. I've seen too many gators coming down through here. I'll wake up and one's chomping on my leg or something. I don't know. I don't want to mess with anything prehistoric like those crocodiles and alligators. Not my thing.
Cool.
Yeah, did I put that? Yeah, I did put that up there. Wally. That was it. That's not an off. That's an off. That's the famous line that came from that freaking that movie. And I think wasn't that in the second one?
No, that was the first one.
Was it the first one? I thought it was the second one when he was in the bar with her at the bar in New York.
I think they did like an extension of the gag or something, but the knife thing
was
the first one, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, that's a famous line from there. Knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Boom. You're like, holy shit. Hey, are you guys allowed to carry that big of a knife down there in Australia? Let's just ask now.
Not really.
Yeah, John Tucci thinks it was the second one too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to rewatch them. There you go.
And then Tad's like, he grabs that one chick's balls.
Oh, yeah.
And then he makes a habit of that the rest of the movie. It was funny as hell that he did that. Just checking. Yeah, the big Bowie knife. Yeah. Chad just said, just checking. Yeah, I knew they were in New York. I remember that part. I remember it was a bar scene. And they were made out to be like a little hoodlum gang that was trying to, I don't know if they were robbing him or just got in a scuffle with him or something, but he goes, that's not a knife. That's a knife. But that stuff was too funny. But yeah. Now we're back in the movies. We're not talking about slot cars at all.
Yeah.
We're talking about
We're
Shane's
talking
neck
about
of the woods over
hybrids.
here.
The
Or the
hybrid
two
thing.
Shanes. Yeah, the hybrid.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid.
I don't think they're too thrilled about hybrid because the conversation just keeps moving
Yeah,
on
maybe
to
it was a bad
something
topic
else.
to bring up because everybody's just like, yeah, what the fuck ever is this?
Oh, it was a good topic.
Well,
we got our answer.
it's
Got
because
our
I've seen
answer.
the videos and I was like, that would be a good something. Just get everybody's opinion, yours and everybody else's opinion on.
I'd like to have
their
a go
take
on the thing at least once.
I like the idea that you can take it off the track and just run it around. So, I can take one of
Yeah.
those to work and just run it around in circles and while I'm sitting there waiting. Except for today. According to my phone, it reached 105 today. I burnt my arm on the freaking glass on the side of my semi sitting in the driver's seat. It was hot.
Jeez.
So you can
So that
imagine
would
one of
have
those
been
little,
105. So that's roughly 40, low 40s over. That's hot. Jeez.
it was hot. Dad knows. It was hot, Don, right?
Wow.
I won't lie, that sun was beaming right on my driver's side door. I was unloading. And I was doing some research on some upcoming ideas I have. It was 107 in your barn today. Holy, yeah.
Wow.
So, but anyway, I leaned back and I put my arm up on the armrest right there by the window, like everybody does. My elbow hit that glass, and I was like, "Holy!" I thought I burnt myself like it was going to scald up.
Wow.
It was really, really hot, and I'm like, "Damn it!" But yeah, it was burning today.
We had a super hot day yesterday, and it was reported to be 40 somewhere in the country. So that's the equivalent of what you experienced. But keep in mind, we're still in winter. We're at the tail end of winter. So
Wow.
yesterday was a hot one. Yeah, just came out of nowhere.
Our Labor Day weekend's this weekend, and that's usually what we call the end of summer. So,
right.
Yeah, you could fry eggs on a car hood today, definitely, Chad. Yeah.
Wow.
What's this? Hey guys, on the Electric Dreams charging on the magnet, he was actually cooling the motor off, which I think is a bit of a fallacy anyway. You might be right, Fox. Because nobody else was getting that advantage. I mean, is that? I guess I've never been to one. I don't really plan to go to a big race like that. I mean, if I was invited, I'd go. But yeah. What I guess what would depend on the guidelines of what you can do. I mean, I know the cars are supposed to be a certain setup, and that goes with any of your races, even all your proxy races.
Yeah.
So they were all class. Were they class C cars or were they class B cars? I can't remember now. But anyway, so. But they're all the same kind of cars, in the same class.
Yep.
I know they're magnetless, but I know the motor can create a magnet, even though it's probably not going to stick to the tree. But I was trying to figure out what he was doing. I think even Ian and Doug said something in the thing that made me think that, because they were saying, they're going, what's he doing? Is he magnetizing it? Or so that's why I thought that.
Okay. So they didn't even know what was going on.
No, nobody knew what it was. I didn't know what it was. Doug and Ian were reporting on it, and they didn't know what he was doing either. I know they said something about magnetizing, but I was like, and then I know they corrected themselves saying that, well, it wouldn't magnetize to the track. So I just didn't think it over before I opened my damn mouth tonight. But heat index is 105 all week there in Florida, huh? Clearwater. Jesus. So yeah, everybody wants to move down there.
What kind of colors do we typically see in swamps? Alligator infested swamps. What sort of colors? Lots of greens, I suppose. Green.
Different colors of greens.
All shades of green.
Well, if you think about alligators or crocodiles, they want to hide in their environment, so it would be your darker greens and whatever would patch them in.
So on the banks, I'll have some of those little tufts of grass and that. But so green or Would you see that color anywhere as a part of it? Or is it,
Well,
that's a no?
I would say
See,
no.
we'd see that sort of color here.
Well, if you know more about crocodiles than we do.
Yeah, but I'm trying to give this more of a alligator,
Effect.
yeah, pond.
Usually we got like the
swamp,
mossy.
swamp.
Yeah, we got the like
More of a swamp thing. Ours are all sort of dried
algae
out.
on top, and
Yeah.
lily pads and all that. It's all kind of a lot of green.
Okay. Yeah.
Short skirts and garters. What? Light green, dark green, and dark water.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have some dark water here with some texture underneath, actually. Got my rocks in place.
MT saying 100 kilometers an hour there in Melbourne.
100 what?
100 plus
Winds
kilometers.
gusting. Whoa. That'd knock you over.
That's pretty good. I'm going to guess that's a pretty good wind. We go by miles per hour, so we don't do the boat thing. And then, I'm going to put this up there because the fingers don't usually talk like this. Oh, Gloria! We need you to pay attention at the moment. I'm going to get you in trouble, the fingers. Sorry, brother. What's that? Ops, wrong critter. Oops, wrong critter. What? Oh, that's what he's saying to his statement here. Oh, oops, wrong critter. Yeah, we're usually all chasing that other critter, the fingers. The boat thing.
Oh, she's not there. You can say what you like, Walden.
Right. I guess not. Darn it. That's why he's talking that way. We got him. He's free. He's free. That's nothing against women, I'm telling you. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, Clearwater built a couple of swamps on his. So what does he suggest? I've sort of reached a spot where I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do next.
I don't live that far south, so I mean, I've seen it. I just couldn't give you a detail. Gotta run. Where are you catching? Chad, you're the one that's usually keeping the show up longer than it's supposed to be. And you're going to leave? What a jerk. All right, Dad. Have a good evening. Maybe I'll see you next week. I'll see you somewhere else, somebody else's chat, I'm sure. Zombie songs. What?
Ooh, zombies.
Every green I could mix up and some dead wood and moss. That's what he's saying.
Dead wood. Oh, I can break the garden for some twigs and stuff. That's a great idea. Yes,
that's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea. That's the extra little bit of texture I was looking for. Brilliant. Thanks for that, mate.
I can't read what Tad's got down there because my sunglasses are not bright enough. Or what does that say? Now I got to enlarge it because I can't still see it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, he's just laughing at me. Or laughing at somebody. I don't think he's laughing at me. I don't think you dare. Birthday typo. Yeah, that's where Tad's going right now. He's going to get his birthday present.
Oh, Fox 1409. Yeah, I've got plenty of barriers. Thank you.
You still need some scale electric. Yeah,
I've got Pat sent me all of his before his. Yeah.
Fox, are you in Australia as well? I know everybody's saying hi to you. I'm saying hi to you. I'm not familiar.
No, I did not see your email. It must have gone into the spam folder like they're suggesting. Man, how much junk mail do you get in the email these days, Wildman? I'm basically, if I'll open up the computer of a morning, open up email, 500 emails of junk and one actual email amongst it. It's getting really bad.
Well, I carry 3 emails on my site. They all come in at once. And I delete on a regular basis every
I get into a sort of a go off into a daze, delete. Oh.
And then I go to my deleted items and delete all those, and that takes me an hour. I don't read everything that comes through my email. I'm only looking for specific things because a lot of it is like if I post on, let's say, Clearwater's site, and he comments a heart, it's going to show up in my email that he commented or put a heart on it. So I see a lot of that. So I just delete it because I'm like, I'll see it when I go back into YouTube. So I don't usually generally pay attention to them. Then I get a bunch of stuff for, truck driving jobs and if they do what they say they were going to do on their little message to me, you never know, I might come work for them. But they don't. So I do get a lot. If I don't, like on weekends, as most of you know, I don't watch too many channels on the weekends. I'm usually trying to do something with whatever I'm doing here anyway. And most of us are probably like that. But if I don't delete my emails during the weekend, oh my God, I've got a million, probably 2,000 emails by Monday morning when I get to work.
Jeez.
So I spend most of the morning just sitting there deleting them out, 500 at a time. And you're like, good Lord, anacondas. Yeah.
There's one I've never opened, Goblin Green. That won't work, will it? It's like a blue green. Goblin Green.
I can't see.
You that won't work. This one might. Dark green.
That looks like it would work.
Dark green.
See, I got a
bit of that.
This is.
What does Goblin Green look like? Oh, come here.
Vito's Villa or something like that. Can you see that? No, I don't have my camera up. Let me bring that back up there.
Desert yellow.
This is a nice green. It's kind of a yellowish, but when you look at it here, it's really dark. But the camera is kind of showing it a yellowish color.
Jade green. I don't think that'd work. It's too pretty. So what's that one?
This is a, what do they call it? Vamitos Vamil. It's the same company that your paint you use.
Is that green?
It's a green, but it looks yellow on the camera.
Looks like baby shit.
Well,
up.
alligators and crocodile shit somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, all over the light base.
Here.
You go.
I've got quite a few greens.
Oh.
Let's see, what's this one? It just says it's Vallejo. It doesn't say what color it is. Oh, wait a minute. Varied Olivia OSC green. I think this is a jade color. I can't read the writing on these things. My eyesight's getting bad.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, 50 kilometers out of Bathurst. Okay.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with you. I'm sorry. But you're more than welcome to be here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not sure who you are.
Yeah, Bathurst is where the great race is once a year. The big.
Yeah, I got one car.
That's coming up. That's coming up in a few weeks.
I'd love to go to one of those, but I cannot talk my wife into coming to Australia. Shane, she will not come down there.
What is she scared of? Like, there's
everything.
Nothing here to.
That's one of them. The snakes, the spiders, the crocs, the sharks. I told her about the jellyfish. She goes, "Is there anywhere safe on that planet?" I said, "I don't know. Plenty of people seem to live there." I said, "Because one of these days I'm going to go."
Well, not that many. There's only what 26, 27 million of us here. How many in this huge? If you have a look at a map, Australia is actually larger than North America in land mass. But there's only 27 million.
You move more in. Get away from the beach.
Yeah, there's only 27 mil. You got what, 300 mil over there, haven't you?
Something like that. It's
crowded. All crammed in.
It's way too crowded over here. It's not fun anymore.
Oh, really?
We need to quit having sex. People are still having sex. You remember that song from the 80s? Or maybe it was early 90s. 8 hours in front of the TV. I think the only car I have is that Falcon. My Camel, what was the Federation? Camel livery. Can't remember the driver now. I think that's the only Bathurst car I have. I'd like to get something to go with it. What the hell is a kilometer?
A kilometer
You can actually look at the bottom of your speedometer. Well, old speedometer used to show the kilometers underneath.
Well, you know what a meter is, right?
Yeah.
It's like a yard.
We have to put change in it for our parking?
Yeah. Yards and meters are pretty much the same, give or take. And a kilometer is 1,000 meters.
Okay.
Whereas a mile is how many yards?
I'm trying to remember.
But a mile is a bit longer than a kilometer. Kilometer. Yeah, a bit longer.
Because we always had to do that.
It's real easy.
Run 2 miles every time for our.
It's dead easy.
I'm slowly learning the more I talk to you Australian boys down there. Oh, now Drama saying is no kidding. He was just kidding. Which means you just confused him more.
Okay. That's dark green. Here's your education. Look at that dark green. Now we know what dark green looks like.
I gave
dark,
you
dark green.
Dark. Where are you gonna dribble that all
Where
over?
am I going to put? Well, I thought I'd put some blotches. This is going to be underneath all the dirty water. I'm going to add some acrylic. Let me back up. The guy at the hobby store said to put this in about 1 mil or 2 mil thick, let that dry, then add a bit more. But he said each time you can add a hint of acrylic paint to give it a tint. So I was going to give it a filthy sort of brown and greeny tint.
Greeny look, right.
Down the bottom and then lighten it up.
Because that's what I got to do to make mine into ice formations. I got to add some white and stuff into mine to make it icy for my Christmas layout.
So it'll have a see-through 3-dimensional quality. I thought I'd paint some green blotches on the ground of the swamp first, just to help it out a bit. Sort of like.
Now, do they carry a lot of woodland scenics down there?
Yeah, they have a fair bit.
Because you should be able to, right near that water, you should be able to find water effects. That's what I was talking about with the waterfalls.
Right, yeah.
Use water effects, and you put it on a glass sheet. And you can get your distance, measure your distance from like I'm doing a waterfall. So I'd measure, you can't see it because I don't have my camera up, but you know.
Well, I was going to use a toothpick as it's getting dry and it's thickening up. I was just going to drag the toothpick through it in a wave effect.
Well, and yeah, same thing with a waterfall. You're going to draw lines on this flat sheet. So your waterfall starts here, and you draw it out like this, and then it's going to be on a flat. Like I was going to use the back of my glass meat cutting board. So then I draw. I put some on there, and then I'm going to take a toothpick and put lines through it, and then you can use some water effects to give it more of that white look that you see when water's coming down.
Yeah.
I think I talked to you about that a little bit last night or this morning. I'm actually telling everybody else out here. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. And then they have a water ripple thing you can buy. Woodland City's got just about everything you can think of, really. It's how much do you want to spend?
Yeah.
They are a little pricey.
This was $50. I nearly fell over.
Really? I forget what I paid for mine.
There you go. No, 60.
I want to say I paid 20.
$60 for that. Unbelievable.
I guess my question is there, because I went to Bonza slot cars because I was going to buy one from him because he had that discount and everything. But when I looked at the prices, they were higher than what I can pay for it here, so it doesn't make any sense. But
yeah, $1 not.
So my question is is your pay scale different than ours? So does it come out even?
Probably. Not that different, actually. Probably a little bit more.
The guy here makes $20 an hour.
Well, then we probably make 23 an hour, 24 by comparison. A little bit more,
right?
It's a little bit more.
Kind of balances out. Not that
sort of. It's cost of living's getting very high here, though. In some parts, some cities down south.
I'm pretty sure it was everywhere anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to go to a store anymore.
It's scary. It's scary to go out the front door. It costs you money. Take a breath. Give us $20.
Yes, Clearwater. I've seen that video. I can't remember how he did it. It's been a while. Whoa! Camera down. We're gonna give Shane
Man down.
You can hear me though. What the hell happened? Yeah, I seen where the guy did it with the toilet paper and
What?
Made waterfalls with it. I haven't tried that. I just
Toilet paper.
Maybe I was being lazy. I just wanted to use the Woodland Scenics and just get it done. That's probably what I was thinking at the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I prefer to make my own things. Matter of fact, I think that's why what attracted me to Shane's channel originally was he was building those Marshall stands and stuff. And I was like, here's a guy who builds his own stuff. This is a guy I want to follow. So that's kind of how me and I started following his channel in the first place.
Having said that, did you see Magnetic Racing's brand new Marshall Tower? Marshall.
Why can't I hear you?
What?
We can't hear you, Shane.
Who can't?
Or can nobody hear me?
I can hear you.
What the fudge?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it was an earthquake, John. Can somebody report whether they can hear me or Shane?
I can hear me and I can hear Wildman. So I'm good.
I will write it down because nobody's commenting.
Oh.
I can't hear Shane. So what happened?
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can't hear you.
You can. You're pulling that prank on me. Yep, I'm here. No mute.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
If you edit mic settings. Gary says he
Can you hear me yet?
I can't hear you.
Me?
What the hell happened?
Oh dear, what's going on? Someone didn't like a comment.
I really don't know what happened.
One of your CIA mates didn't like the comment about the crocodiles. Or the dollar difference. That's when it went haywire. We were talking dollar differences. They went, can't let them know that. Ooh. Crocodile footsies everywhere. Have you got it sorted?
I can't hear you. I can't hear Shane at all.
Hang on, I'm going to just listen to the time machine.
I should probably get a hearing aid.
I can't hear you.
Oh, that was Shane at all.
We're both there. We'll just listen to the time machine.
I should probably get a hearing aid.
We're both loud and clear, so it's not us.
Can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, Wildman's bucketed up his little. Push the wrong button. You're messing with me, aren't you? You can freaking hear.
I don't know who can hear me and who can't.
We can hear you, Waldman.
Jane, are you doing this on purpose?
It's not me.
I guess you can hear me. I can't hear you at all.
Really? Well, everybody else can hear me. It's just you. It's not me. It's you.
That makes me want to play some music or something to see if I can. I've lost it. I can't.
Oh.
I'll mute his mic. Now he's muted. Nobody can hear him.
Push your buttons.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Fox can hear both of us.
Yep. Everybody can hear
Why
both.
can't I hear him?
Did you try turning it up?
So I remove him so you can't hear him. Oh. Bad. Back to stage.
Doing? The hell are you doing?
I get what he's saying. Can you hear me now? No, I can't hear anybody. What? I don't. Let me look.
What the hell are you showing? Oh, I gave it away. Oh, I just got a message. Pat's back. He's back from his little humdinger. sleeping on the job there, Waldman. Wake up.
This is screwy.
This is
Camera
gripping
disabled.
stuff.
I don't want camera disabled.
Gripping stuff, Waldman. What do we got? There's 20 people watching this
Sit on my-
nuttery.
Doing both.
What are you doing, Waldman?
I really don't know what happened. Hello?
Well, we've been going for an hour and 10. Is it time to knock it on the head? Or we can't hear me? Can you hear me,
You're darn
Waldman?
right, I fall and I can't get down. My picture's even hazy. What the?
Can you hear us, Waldman? Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Waldman? Should grab the guitar. Hello, everybody. Isn't this wonderful? We've all stopped watching commercial TV to watch this. Nothing wrong with that. What's he doing? The host says, what? No reason Thursday. Yeah, no reason for this. Come on, Wildman. Stop mucking around. People are bored staring at this thing. They want to see the finished thing, and that's not going to happen for a long time yet. Crocodile. Okay, guys. Let's see. It's just you and me for the moment. Eric's fallen and he can't get up.
I can't. And my video's even screwed up now. It's not even clear.
That's looking great. Shane, when will it be on the channel? Well, part 1 is this week. It's already at an hour, so I'm going to have to do it in part 1, part 2. But you'll see the build of this light thing. It turned out great. I'm just like a squirrel gathering nuts from you guys.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can, yeah. We can still hear you.
This is terrible.
You can't hear me.
Did somebody say Pat? Did we see Pat somewhere? I didn't see
Pat's back from his...
My camera's all screwed up looking. I don't know what just happened. Show chat. Okay, settings. Audio. This is ridiculous.
Back again. Can you hear me now, Wild?
I have no idea what happened.
Have you sorted it out? Can you hear me? No?
All I did was drop my phone.
Oh, you dropped drop the phone thing. Yeah, you need to turn it off. No? Yes, he doesn't know himself what's going on. Folks, I think we might be done. I don't want to be rude and just pull the plug on him. He can't hear a word I'm saying. Can you, Wildman? What could we say about Wildman? He can't hear us at the moment. Well, I can't think of anything mean. He's too nice a bloke.
I look like, are we talking about Pat, Shane or Pat? Or Shane or me?
You, Wildman, you're using Pat's internet. You've tapped into Pat's internet. That's obvious, isn't it? Don't drop the... Yeah, he dropped the mic.
I don't know what I'm doing.
He dropped the phone. Now he's going to drop the soap.
I don't even know if anybody can hear me.
We can hear you, Wildman. Maybe we should just wrap it up. Wrap it up, because something's happened.
Who's using Pat's internet, Shane or me? Like I said.
Yeah, I think we're done, folks. Technical glitch.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody can hear me, but it's time to end the show.
Well, thanks for wasting an hour of your time, folks. You're not going to get it back either. Oh, dear. Well, wrap it up, Wildman. Gonna wrap it up, Wildman.
I'll tell you what I'm typing, but here it comes. Maybe. It's at your right. The fingers, if you can hear me. It's karma.
Come.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
What the hell?
See you on the weekend.
Oh, now it won't let me in the stream. It won't even let me in the stream. What the hell? In stream.